Hello everyone, can you see my screen? Can you see the PPT?
Yes, Dr. Clear.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining. So today's session is mainly focused on few quick tips and tricks to crack the MRCOG Part 2 exam in one go. So we all know that it is like you all have cleared MRCOG part 1 and entering for the journey of part 2. Some of you must be having the exam in January itself. So keeping that in mind, I can assume that we all are very well aware of the format of the exam. But just a quick review from the RCOG website itself that it is a computer based exam, we all know. There will be two CBT papers. Each paper will be for the same amount of marks. Okay, means you have to clear the part 1 also and part 2 also. For the cutoff should be for the both you have to clear. Okay, and both will be counting 50-50% for making it 100%. And single best answers will be there, extended matching questions will be there. Single best answers are usually easy to crack. The main challenge is in EMQs, and we will be having lots of tricks and tips to crack EMQs as well, slowly with time. And SBAs are only 40%, EMQs are 60%. But believe me, if you are good in SBAs, your chances of clearing the exam becomes really high. And it will be consisting of two papers. Paper 1 will be for 3 hours, 50 SBAs, 50 EMQs will be there. And candidates are responsible for their own time management. And it is absolutely true. Even RCOG recommends that SBA questions you should do faster. But it depends upon you. They say that in 70 minutes, but you may complete it in 50 minutes itself. So, like, it is your own management. And then there will be a lunch break. Then paper 2 will start, so you already have spent your 4 hours in the examination hall, even more than 4 hours, because you reach generally 1 hour before the exam. So by that time your energy is comparatively lower than before. So this is the time when you have to manage yourself. Like in the interval break you can take some energy drinks and very light snacks to keep you active and healthy both. And you should not sip more and more of liquids as well, because then you need to go to wee, and that will be taking out your time from your examination time. So it's better to have a self control of sipping a few like very less amount of water, and you can prepare yourself for that long sitting even prior, many a times before the exams, by solving mock test by setting the same schedule. Yeah. And like two back to back mocks you can keep in front of you, and you can make that sitting hours for these much longer period. So for paper 2 as well, there will be 3 hours, and again 50-50 questions for each. And candidates will be, how to manage your time, that's nothing that we need to tell you. Now, whenever you will search for MRCOG Part 2 exam, the first website is this, in the link oxcog.co.uk, which says in the bold letters that the MRCOG Part 2 examination is a notoriously difficult postgraduate exam. And that's absolutely true. Part 1 is comparatively easier. Part 3 is a clinical exam, so you are as such very interested and enthusiastic. Part 2 makes you the, storehouse of the things, of the material, like all the knowledge which you will carry forward for part 3 exam. Base is part 2. So all the guidelines, talk articles, these reproductive health and sexually transmitted diseases. They all, the theory which you read here will be you know will be a very big milestone for clearing the part 3 exam. And that's why part 2 is literally difficult, because it carries the burden of clearance for MRCOG part 3 as well. Yeah. So it is an exceptional achievement, and to achieve this, you need to put exceptional hard work. So I recommend all of you to register with the RCOG website, for because you will get all the recent updates and variety of study material, right? Like Study MRCOG, it is a very good website. So not Study MRCOG, it is like it's a slip of tongue, great slip of tongue. Like these e-learning resources, they are a great variety of questions you will find in that, and also the clinical scenarios. So here the must do things for MRCOG part 2 is, I have put all the links here. I will be giving this slide in the Telegram group so that you can click on the links and go to the sources. So the Green Top guidelines, you have to do all of them. I am running few master classes in near future which will be absolutely free, and we um, I will be telling you how to learn Green Top guidelines, how to keep it in your mind and use the clinical skills in your exams and applied knowledge in your exams. So, and that makes and believe me, if you will join those classes, it will be of utmost importance for you, and you will be benefited for throughout your journey. Yeah. And then there are nice guidelines. They are also freely available in our RCOG websites. And mark my words that learning the summaries, if somebody says that we are providing you with the summary of the Green Top guideline and the nice guideline, do not fall for that. Please read your guidelines, make your own summary. I can help you in highlighting the points. I can help you how you will go about it in future as well. Every time you will read Green Top guidelines, every time you will find that one more important point you have brought up, so that adds on into your knowledge. So do not make summaries, do not take summaries from others. You can jot down all the important points of Green Top guideline. You can make a separate diary for that, and keep those points and write like this is a GTG 21 and these are the highlighted points you have noted from that. Just make your own notes. Even if you don't want to do that, you can read the Green Top guidelines in your screen itself and flag the important points and add something whatever is there in your mind in your screen, and you can save your guideline in a different folder, and you can revise on in the last moment. Then nice guideline as well, you have to do the same. Very, very important and very simplified things to learn. Best practice papers, some of them are really important. I'll be giving you the brief ideas about that. Then clinical governance advices. This altogether is a different area, and you should know how the clinical governance is being conducted in UK. And there you will get plenty of questions which will be really scoring if you know the hierarchy, if you know the pattern there in UK. And it is really a simpler way to you know score the marks in the exam, additional marks I would say. Then consent advices, that we all know there are some numbers in the consent advices, like in the cesarean section, laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, hysterectomies, cesarean sections, ectopic pregnancy, they are and placenta previa, placental abnormalities. These consent advices are really important to learn. Numbers you should jot down in your diary. You should learn it before going to exam. For the exam, you need to learn the numbers again, so that you cannot miss the simpler things. Then good practice points, yeah, they are important. You can have an overlook, but people who are going for January 2024, I will advise you not to get anything new now. Just start revising what you have already learned, and be more and more focused towards green top guideline, and nice guidelines, and consent advices. Then there are these BASH guidelines, FRSH guidelines, and membrace is very important. Colposcopy guidelines is a must read. These you should be, these should be very well known to you. Then the other things which are required are TOG articles. At least past 3 year TOG articles are very important, and apart from that, there are some more which we always read. When I cleared my exam, I read my past 3 years, and then there were some very important ones which I got, as a, you can say, like, it is transmitting generation to generation, because they are the same, they are the good ones, they are the practical ones, and you need them, need the knowledge, need the evidence from talk. Then there are strategy. This is the RCOG recommended source for the trainees, and this is in the e-learning platform. And you, for that, you need to buy the subscription. That's up to you, because you now already have so many sources which give you the ready-made material that you study, and take these notes and study from them. But if you want to be thorough and very very self-confident, then, and you have time, then you should take a strategy subscription, because it will help you in part 3 exam. They have a very good blend of clinical knowledge in the academics, so that you can definitely go for the textbook. I have always referred to Catherine Nelson Piercy, because you also need some basic for the theory, like some topic has come up and you're really not aware about the kidney diseases. So how can you solve all the problems for that particular topic? So go back to the referral for a good textbook, and I think the CNP is a very good one, and you can download the latest edition from any of the Telegram group. It is freely available there. Then the sign guidelines, especially for cancer, you can read that. That will be of great help. Yeah. And okay, so what are the books to be solved in part 2? First of all, let me tell you that if you are reading an older edition, say maybe 1 year older or 2 year older, you need to see what guidelines have come up and is the answer changed, because you can't be blind in reading the books. You have to check your answers. Yeah. And that if some new guidelines have come up and the answer is changed, you can correct it then and there with a pen or in your screen, whatever you feel like. And this is a long list. I have read it all. I've solved it all. I got the photocopies done, and then I solved all of them. Busy SPR, now the sources are many, so you may skip this also. But this is a very good series for MRCOG Part 2. So I had it, like I downloaded it all and I had it with me, and Androg as well. If you want to click on this website, you'll get that. Apart from that, just make your own schedule, your own model to study. You can own notes, never take anyone's notes. You have different folders in your computer for different things, for GTGs, for talks, for NICE, for this and that, and then subfolders for marked GTGs, your own notes, or what are the revision at the end moment, what are the stuff you will revise in the last few days, and keep on studying. Do revise latest past 3-year recall question, that sometime you'll get the same question, same options in the exam, and it will be repeated. And many question you'll get, some questions are altered but the answers are the same, and you already know the answer if you have done the recalls. So my advice is, do the recalls, revise the recalls, read with recalls, keep the recall open on your screen, read the question, go retrograde, find the theory, and solve that question. Whatever extra points you are getting, note down in your diary. In this way, you will be completing in one recall, you will be covering all the syllabus. Then again, in the next recall, you will be covering all the syllabus. In 30 days, you will be completing at least 30 recalls. Passionate, don't think or don't express too much. Just read and read. More and more and more question and answer. Collect all the sources of similar topics and write down all the important points. Means sources means, if you have a HRT nice guidelines, you should know that you have two TOG articles also. So when you're making a diary, just write down the important points about the HRT, and what nice guidelines says about it, what TOG article says about it. This how can you do? If you study retrograde, then you can do that. If there you are reading a question about HRT, then you are making important points about HRT, and you will open your sources as well. So you will be knowing that now, that because already you have read the sources and now you're doing the retrograde thing, you will be even more open towards the sources. So for the topic, that I have read one nice guideline and I know there are two TOG articles as well. So you will open all that, take the references, quickly revise the HRT important points from that, and just keep it in one place. Okay. And solving the past paper question papers helps a lot. You sometimes you get direct repeats. You can join my Telegram group and website also, the links are there. It is an open group. If you'll type do victory in the Telegram group, the groups will come in front of you. Else you can click on the links and you can um, if you want to join the groups, you can click on the links and you can directly join as well. You can join our group, and I am taking a fast track course. It's kind of like revision of green top guidelines mainly. So there will be two master classes. One will be on 17th December, one will be on 31st December. So be ready to join, spread the message, and you all can join the group and get benefited. In first class, I'll be telling you how to learn the GTG, and we'll be learning all the latest last 5 years GTGs. I'll be covering in 17th December session, and then in 31st December session, rest of the important GTGs. It will be very beneficial for the exam going candidates as well. So all of you can join. And for the newer ones who are aspiring to appear in the exam in July, the SBS will be in this form. We all know, yeah. You will be given the question and the 5 answer. This I have taken from the RCOG website itself. Like, if a woman who is Rh negative undergoes amniocentesis at 16 week, what dose of NTD should she receive immediately after the procedure? So any one of you, do you want to attempt?
A.
Yeah. Yeah, Anam. What is the answer for that?
A.
A.
250.
Yeah, absolutely right. And is it because I have swapped the slide already, or you know the answer?
No, I know the answer.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Yeah, it is right. And if you have read the GTG for anti-D RH immunization, then you know the answer already. Yeah. So it's just right from the, like, directly picked up from the guideline questions are there, and all will be, you will be finding all questions are direct from the guidelines or from the evidence, because this is an evidence based exam. Then there is a question. See, these are bigger questions, right? So you should have your, if you have done so many question and answers, so you will realize that first thing you have to notice is age, then it is a primary, then it is a labor. So this is a labor guideline. So you will quickly go towards your labor this thing scenario, and there is a nice guideline also on labor. So now examination findings are 0 by 5 per abdomen, means head is fixed. Cervix 7 centimeter, means it is an active labor, first stage of labor. Cephalic presentation -1 station, anterior fontanelle is palpable, means it can be, a brow presentation with orbital ridges and nasal bridge felt anteriorly. So that's a brow. What is the presenting diameter? Now you know you have to just see the brow presentation diameter. So what is the answer?
Is meant to vertical, big, 13 cm.
Yes, it is mento-vertical. Yeah, it is the longest diameter. Largest diameter presenting is mento-vertical, that is 13.5 centimeters. Source is strategy. Yeah. So in strategy, in the pelvis and the fetal skull, very beautifully explained. So now EMQs will be a tricky thing to solve. In this, you may feel that all the questions are having same answer. But there the glitch is, when you will be learning too many EMQs or solving too many EMQs, you will realize how the demarcation comes. How and when. The point will come when you will know how to solve the EMQ. But before that, you need to solve hundreds of EMQs. Yeah. So just whatever you are learning, whatever your schedule is, always try to pick up a book of EMQs and do not miss solving EMQs every day. You should solve at least 5 or 10 EMQs. Now, in this list, single most appropriate cause of maternal death as published in Membrace report of 2016. Now, the newer one has also come of 21. Each option may be chosen once, more than once, or not at all. So now you should tell me the answer of this. The leading cause of indirect maternal death. The pregnant woman. There are many talks also available. So with this, I would like to end the session, because this was my aim was just to give you the glimpse of the pattern and how we will be going about it. And do join the groups for all the free activities, or the brainstorming questionnaires. Also, we are starting from part two. For part two, from tomorrow itself, and just attempt the question, take the advantage. If you have any doubts, you can just let me know. I will be every day, I will be posting the recall questions, and we can have the discussion in the night on the groups, in the groups. Okay. So all the best, and let your fun of studies begin. Go forth and shine bright in all whatever you do. Very good luck for the exams. Thank you for joining, guys.